You just have to accept the things as they are.
Real nature. The entire journey of Eastern wisdom has two things. As they say, there are only two things in the world. There is a real self, and there is not a real self. And we lose awareness. Real self is pure consciousness, it is pure existence, and it is pure permanent happiness. Not self is inert matter. Anything that cannot know itself and cannot know others, it is branded as not self. Does the body know me? Answer is no. Body cannot know me. Body knows itself? No. If the body knows itself, it will take care of all the illnesses. It is not a conscious entity. So where lies the problem? Problem lies that my mind is heavily conditioned, creates a false notion that I am the body. Then prana, energy. Energy is also inert. It does not mean, if you start the engine of the car and the car starts moving, you say it is a conscious entity. Do you see that? False notion. Mind creates the false notion, and that false notion, if we live with the false notion, anxiety, duality, conflict, problem, stress, sorrow will all enter into my life. Think of it. You told me, you talked to me, is there a God? No, we are not interested in God. We are interested in ourselves. We are more interested in who we are. If the God is there, God will come to know us. so, so that is why this journey is entirely transcends all the religion, cult, dogma, belief. It is pure understanding. See, lips are moving, throat is at work, fingers are at work. I'm showing that expression. But question is, I lose awareness that is the body me or body is not me. No, fingers are moving. I'm speaking from the links. Tongue is from the lips. Tongue is working. Hence, I am the body. So in that case, then I am the car. Then I am the phone. That that understanding does not enter into the mind. So now question is, why this understanding does not come into the mind? So our master says that seed does not become a tree overnight. Knowledge is realized in stages. It is very difficult to remove the false notion of the mind in one go. We have to understand the mind, the nature of the mind, how this mind creates a false notion, and followed by the practice that leads to an experience, and that experience is known as meditation or mindfulness. So there is a real self and there is a false self. Both are known by the mind. Both are known by the mind because mind is an instrument of knowledge. So our master says that as long as this mind is impure, it will never know the real self. So then the next question comes, why the mind is impure? So our master answers simple way, the mind is impure because it identifies with the things and objects in the world that is not me. This is one way to put it. Second master answers. So I'm just giving you a brief understanding so that you can pick up any. The mind that has a desire, and the desire is projecting happiness outside. So then the mind continues to live outside. It picks up the object and thing and the people. It identifies with it. No, no, no. I want to know what is this identification? That identification is nothing but attachment or detachment. No, no. Tell us where from the where this attachment originates. Yes. So we have an answer. You wake up in the morning, mind says, I want a cup of coffee or tea. Why? Because you like it. Now, this liking in the mind goes to coffee. So the mind constantly imagines the coffee or a tea. So that mind, because of liking, sticks to the coffee like a gum. And that sticking makes the coffee alive. My mind is overwhelmed that we are not aware, and that is what the identification is. So now, when the identification takes place, it causes the desire. Now, when the mind lives with the desire, it always lives in the coffee. It is sitting in the coffee. It is sitting in the car. It is sitting in the body. It is sitting in the house. Whatever we like or dislike. Then that mind forgets who we are and it takes for granted that I am the body, I am the mind, and that is the cause of sorrow and suffering. So, our master says that you purify the mind. So, when the mind lives in the purified state, it acts like a glass, transparent glass. So, now understand what happens, how the mind, impure mind, perceives the world, and how the real self perceives the world. So one example will make it clear and will understand that what exactly is this mindfulness or meditation. There is a sun, self luminous. Why I said self luminous? Because you do not want to lit the candle to see the sun. Sun is self-luminous. Sun not only gives light to all the objects, but it also lights itself. Because of the sunlight, I can see the sun. Isn't it true? So the real self is also self-luminous. Why? because it is pure consciousness. Did you get it? Now, when the sun gives the light to the moon and the moon gives light to the earth, so that moon is the mind. So it means the real self, mind borrows the consciousness from the real self, and that mind enters into the world with the likes and dislikes. It creates identification, and that makes the mind pure, impure, and that mind. Now see that what happens, what is exactly meditation is. That needs to be understood. You are on a full moonlight near the beach, and the water is calm. You see the full moon image in the water. Don't you see it? You see it. Now, this mind is obsessed with the image of the moon in the ocean. Ocean is the word. That mind does not care that can I see from where the image is coming. The moment the mind perceives where the image is coming, it is coming from far in the sky. That is the real moon, and that is the projected moon. When you leave all the projections of the mind becomes pure and you enter into the mindfulness state. Body is relaxed, but I am not the body. Body has a pain, you still go with that idea, that thought. I am not the body, but body has a problem. Let me take care of it. The way I take care of the car, the way I take care of other instruments. But at the time of taking care, the mind remains identified with the body, and I am the body. Now, pick up one more point to understand and think of it. You need to think of it. What should we think? I am the body. Let us take it, I am the body. Body takes birth, it grows, lives in dynamic state of health and sickness. Can you prevent sickness in the body? No. Can you maintain health? Yes, and still the sickness returns. Now we have understood the truth about this body. Body has a point of birth, point of leaving the earth. In between, the body is constantly changing, isn't it? It is constantly changing. So take it for granted. I am changing. So when I am changing, why to have fear when I understand this body will leave one day? Why to have fear? Are you okay, Ed? Anne?
Yes, yes. I'm
Okay.
fine.
So if I am not the body, if I am the body, why to worry? I know the truth. And if I am not the body, why to worry? Where is the question of anxiety and stress is there? I have understood the truth about the body. This body continues to grow, grow, older, older, older. Health, sickness, these are the fact and naked truth of the body. Why to worry? And if I'm not the body, why to worry? You put, so why to worry? So now the master says, do you want to understand that you are not the body, you are the pure consciousness? Oh, let me start the self discovery. So, when we start the self discovery, again go back. Condition is the mind should be pure. If the mind is pure, then it pick up couple of things and then we will do the meditation. So, what Eastern wisdom says about the mind? It says that this mind lives in five states. Out of the five, in three states, you cannot succeed in meditation. So, means what? I have to get rid of these three states. That causes the impurities. You see how clear it is. What is the first state that fails me in meditation? Wandering mind. Mind is scattered outside in millions of objects. Even when I'm talking to you, mind might be thinking something else. First step, wandering, then second step, then third. Oh my goodness, mind, what are you doing? I'm listening. I'm understanding. Why are you doing? That is the wandering mind.
Yeah.
And the second is the it is known as mudha. Mudha literally translated as mad or insane, but the actual meaning is that state of the mind says this inert material object is me. Anything that is inert, it sticks like a glue. So it becomes obsessed, it is possessed by it. Now, you see, for example, a little discomfort in the body. So many people starts moving their body during the meditation. It is because of this state of the mind. I was giving a lesson 2 weeks before. So I said, if you are a seeker, you will succeed. So after I asked them to share their experiences, so one person challenged me, do you think that I'm not a seeker? I said, I don't think. Why should I think about you? You have a self check. You check yourself why you are annoyed with me. But one thing proves because you are annoyed with a thing that is outside you, the person outside you, you are not a seeker. You have proved yourself. So, this is the second state of the mind. And the third state of the mind, when you are sitting in meditation, the mind jumps outside and it goes to different places or falls into sleep. So these three states of the mind fails us in meditation. Not a teacher. Teacher is not responsible for that. Now see, the fourth state of the mind is known as ekagrata. Ekagrata is translated as one pointedness. What is so one pointedness in the material world is different than in meditation. You are driving a car, so you keep your focus and attention on the steering, on the pedal, on the brake, outside, on the rear mirror, on the front mirror. This is what we say. We are paying attention. Be attentive while driving the car. Be attentive while cooking the food. See there? So that is one pointedness in material world, in outer world. But one pointedness in the meditation or in Eastern wisdom is different. So that one pointedness of the mind in Eastern wisdom says, are you aware of the goal of life 24 by 7? What is the goal of life? To evolve, to awaken to my real self. Second point, as you are aware and attentive of the pedal, brake, steering, rear, front, mirror, looking at the traffic in the front, on the side lane. Same way, you are aware, your mind reminds and recalls that yes, I am the real self, and that is what I have to find out. Second point of awareness, what is this world looks like in reality. Third, what is the existence? Fourth, goal of my life is to bring an end to the suffering and to awaken to the permanent happiness. So I'm aware of these points. I lose awareness. Why? Because the three states of the mind takes over me. See that? So it means the moment I have a forgetfulness, the moment I have sense of anxiety, the moment I have reaction, the moment I identify with the body, I should remind myself that real self is beyond the body. Just thinking in the mind. You just think in the mind. Inside it is a content of the mind. It is not me. When I'm not the mind, how can I have an anxiety at any time in my life? No anxiety, no stress, no sorrow, because it all is experienced in the mind. But this thing takes time. I told you before, the knowledge has to be realized in stages. The seed does not become a tree overnight.
Hmm.
So that is why we say we understand the knowledge, we should repeat it, we should sit and contemplate. And when you sit and contemplate, it takes you to a deeper state. So let us start our journey of meditation practice now.